What's going on, everyone? Chris here from Koraltan Gaming, and it's my birthday, and not only that, it's National Penis Day! Oh, right, it's also the channel anniversary, but still, Bidoof Day is better, in case you didn't know. Bidoof is my favorite Pokemon, well, of course, next to Espeon, but I didn't know National Bidoof Day was last year. I mean, I guess, to break the tension or to break the immersion, I kind of record my anniversary videos a day before my birthday because of the anniversary that's on that day. But you get the idea. I record it ahead of time, so I didn't know National Bidoof Day was on the same day as my birthday. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I didn't know that until they announced it last year. They announced the first year of it last year, so I was like, what? How? Like, I was just so, shocked. So now I have a reason to celebrate it. Like, you can't get any better than that. Having one of your favorite Pokemon on your birthday. Focus, Chris. Focus. It's also the channel anniversary, but Bidoof's a lot better, Chris. Sorry. Okay, let's focus. It also marks the 3-year anniversary of Koraltan Gaming, and a lot of things have happened, and I figured why not go over the projects that I've done for this channel. I do want to let you know that it's just going to be mostly me just talking about, how I've grown as a person, and also talking about the stuff that I've been through in life, as well as the projects I've been through for this channel. If that isn't your thing, you don't need to watch it, but if that is your thing, just sit down and listen. This is, you can listen to it podcast style if you want, so you can listen to it in your car, at least responsibly, or however. You can also watch it as well, because there is going to be some clips in this video, but it's not really recommended. You can just listen to it podcast style, basically. So, without further ado, let's go over the projects that I've done for the past year. First off, Spyro the Dragon from the Reignited Trilogy. Last year, I was not able to talk about too much of it because the Let's Play wasn't finished at that time. I'll get to that when I get to that. But I do want to mention that the series is finally done, of course. And I gotta say, this was a really fun project to do. For those that don't know, I was doing Spyro the Dragon blind, but I have played the original version before. But I didn't really get far in the original, because I remember playing it as a kid, but I don't remember, beating it. I only got as far as the first world. So this remake gave me a chance to play it for the very first time, to go through and, see what I have missed and look at it in a new coat of paint, so to speak. But at the same time, I did know a lot about Spyro's mechanics. I did know about how his health works. I knew about, the way that he platforms, the way that he attacks, a lot of it. And I've known a lot of that in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, which, like I said, I will be playing those sequels soon, but not for a long time. So I feel like this was the first time I was able to do I guess you could call it a hybrid of a Let's Play. I was able to bring out a lot of informative stuff, but at the same time, it was still blind, so I can learn about new things, and I, still learn about new stuff that I haven't learned about before. And I wasn't totally lost. One of my fears in doing any blind series is doing a series that I have no idea what to do. But because I've done that with Spyro, because I know what Spyro is capable of and, how it is, and, since it's basically a remake of the original and I know what goes on enough in the original, I was able to jump on in pretty easily. Sure, there was a lot of changes, some worse than others, but a lot of changes in terms like the gliding and in terms of the charging, but I was able to work it out fine. And it was definitely fun. It was great doing a hybrid of informative stuff and, a little behind the scenes stuff, of beta and unused content as well. Like I think I mentioned in one video that I was talking about how one of the soundtracks was actually the same soundtrack that was in a TV series. I think that was kind of cool. It was good to kind of show that muscle off while also kind of being, while also learning about, the world and places that I haven't been. Man, though, there were some stinkers during this series. First off, I gotta say, the flight mechanics just suck. I've mentioned this in one episode of that series, but it's just not good. Like I've mentioned that if I want to land, I can't do it on command because I have to, if I want to regain my flight and reroute myself, I have to do it on purpose by going into a wall. Yeah, a lot of the flight stuff is not that good. So, because of that, I can't really call this that good. I'm really hoping the sequel doesn't have the flight levels. If it does, oh boy, that's going to be a tough one to get through. But in all seriousness, it was still fun. Though another problems that I've had aside from in-game was kind of some personal stuff I'm going through. And I don't want to go too much into detail, but for this case, I'm gonna have to mention something. After last year, during Spyro, I had 2 episodes left. They were already recorded, they haven't been edited yet. And during that time, I think it was like a couple days later. It was like a couple days later after my birthday. And all of a sudden I found out that my phone got hacked. And that was not fun. Like, I had to go through many people trying to figure out how to fix this. There was just a lot of things going on at that time. And not only that, I was just honestly, that just put me in a depression because I was just trying to focus on videos, but my folks are telling me, you gotta get this fixed now, and I'm like, I can't tug a war back and forth. It's a lot between my personal life and my Let's Play. I went back and forth, and then add on top of that, there was this guy who I was able to talk to, and who's actually a fan of my videos, and was a pretty good friend of mine, and was also a huge fan of the Spyro LP, and he was saying, hey, why aren't you posting any Spyro videos? And I didn't want to talk about it because I just didn't feel like I was ready. It's a subject I didn't want to talk about. And then he got so mad that I wasn't posting any videos. And I just felt like I didn't want to tell him about my personal life because I just didn't want, I didn't need to. But he was just so demanding of trying to say, like, hey, post these videos. He was even posting threats. He was literally threatening me online, and making up stories about me just because I didn't feel like posting anything. Sure I could edit everything, but I want to make my editing experience fun. I don't want to make it feel like work and too much of a slog. Good job, Chris. I didn't want to make it too much like a slog, I wanted to make sure I have fun, and I don't want to just get it out just for the sake of getting out, because then I wouldn't have fun anymore. And it was come to the time where I had to tell this person, okay, you want to know the real deal? My phone got hacked, and I'm just not feeling like putting these videos out right now, because I have 2 videos left, but like I said, I want to be in a good mood because there might be some jokes in the videos that I want to add and some text that I want to add. So that's why I didn't do it. And I was telling him this, it's like I want to make sure I have fun while editing, and I want to make sure, I think it was like I think there was like a 2-week hiatus, I think. Hold on, let me check right now. Yeah, it was like a 2-week hiatus because I just didn't. It was like between 2 weeks before episode 20 came out. So or it was like maybe 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. Point was, I was just feeling very sad that I wanted to, keep going, but at the same time, I just wanted to wait until my mental health was better. And so he understood that. But then a couple days, maybe a week later, he was still posting threats online. And that just put me in more of a depression, because he was thinking, I bet he was kind of thinking the more threats I put, he might, force himself to try to finish the Let's Play. And the problem is, that didn't make me want to finish it. That made me more depressed than ever. It's like, I just feel like this person just didn't understand that doing a Let's Play like this takes a lot of time. Yeah, I got everything recorded, but it takes a lot of time to edit. You gotta cut it up. You gotta, put text on it. It actually takes a lot longer than it does. And then add to the point where the exporting takes a while. Add to the point where uploading can take a while as well. And this guy just kept posting threats. And at the time, I thought he showed like really good support, but he was just really threatening me to put up videos, which just made my depression my depression worse. I didn't want to post, like at the time, I didn't want to post any more videos. That just made me just not want to post any videos at all. Heck, I honestly almost stopped Let's Playing because of that. I was almost considering stopping the channel fully of that just because of that. No lie. I almost stopped doing the Let's Play after I put out those last 2 episodes. Heck, probably before in between those, before those episodes went up. I almost stopped Let's Playing because of that. It just goes to show, the more negative energy you put out, the more negative, consequences happen. This guy was thinking, hey, if I force him to make more videos, he'll put them out. That just made me worse. That just made me not want to do it anymore. And it just loses the fun of me playing games in general. Not just Spyro, just me playing games. I didn't want to go through that. And because of that, I just had to cut him out of my life. We talked to each other. We used to talk to each other online, and honestly, I just had to block him. And I know this person is probably going to see this, and I'm sorry, but I need to get my life together. And the only way to get my life together is to think more positively. Because if I'm just going to be fed negative energy, it's just going to lead me to negative consequences. And I don't want that. That's not the reason why I made this channel. I made this channel because I wanted to have fun. And honestly, if anything should give me give me stress, it's the game itself. Like, yeah, I have problems with some like the flight stages, but I still love it. And for that reason, it just goes to show that your mental health is important. Don't let negative people try to control what you do. If you need to take a break, take a break. If you just need to stop, let people know. Tell them why, I made an announcement on my Twitter a year ago saying, I gotta stop, gotta wait a couple weeks until I'm ready to put it out. And that was it. I wanted to wait until I was ready to put out the videos. I wanted to wait until I was super positively ready to put it out. And for that reason, mental health is really important. You gotta do what makes you happy. Even if it means taking a break from doing something. Everyone's going through a mental health problem, and I just feel like you just have to take care of yourself and have better support for you. And for that reason, I just had to wait until I was ready to put out more videos. I'm glad I was able to push through when I was competently ready. And that's what you should do. You want to make sure you have fun, but also respect the process of what you're doing. And you got to make sure your fans respect your process too. Because they need to know. I just feel like this guy just didn't know what it was like to be in my shoes. As soon as you learn how to record, how to stream, how to edit, how to export, you gotta know it's not that easy. But overall, I still like Spyro. Even though that last part of the experience was not the greatest, I still enjoyed Spyro, and I do look forward to playing the sequels. I also heard Spyro 2 is better, so I'm really looking forward to that. Next up, Super Mario 64. Oh boy. I think I said a lot what I've said before, but I'll just say right now, I love the creativity of Super Mario 64. But man, it is past its prime. I played Super Mario 64 from Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and boy, was that a crazy ride. Now, that is just one of those games that really put me in a depression. That I had to take a huge break from that after episode 15. Well, for more reasons, but again, I'll get to that. I'll just say this. You know, there were some rumors saying that, Super Mario 64 on 3D All-Stars was emulated, and that's why I've been having crappy luck. And that could be true, but I haven't really found any solid evidence to know that it was emulation or if it was actual game itself. There is some articles and stories flying around the internet that might have that, truth, but I don't have really any solid evidence yet. But I gotta say, I did enjoy the history. Did my phone just go off? I really gotta remember to put this on vibrate. Anyways, I enjoyed it, even though it was definitely tough. It was definitely, think about it. After going through Spyro and with all the depressing stuff I had to go through, just added way too much weight on it. But there was a reason why I had to start this a little early, because I mentioned it before, but I had an old roommate who was who moved out during the middle of the series. It was in the middle after episode 15, and that I basically released the first episode not only on the anniversary of when Super Mario 64 was actually released in America. I really wanted to time that well. But I also wanted to release it as a goodbye gift for my roommate. During in the middle of the series, I had to go to his wedding. And after that, he moved away. And that kind of also put me in a bit of a depression, because, it was like, I missed him. He was he wasn't just a roommate. He was my best friend. Like, he really helped me shape for who I am, and told me to inspired me to let myself free. Just let myself go and be a lot more looser. And I guess you could kind of hear my voice be a little more looser through these Let's Plays that I've been doing. Good job. Good stumble, Chris. See, just letting myself loose this time. And it was definitely a kind of a sad experience, because I had to kind of keep going, and I was kind of tired of being depressed all the time, to be honest. And I just, I did have to wait, and also I did have some medical problems going on. Not too horrible, but just enough where I felt like it's gonna lose my energy when I'm recording. So it doesn't really give me a good reason to keep going with the recording. So I had to wait a little bit Also, I think it was also during the holiday season, so, I didn't want to, I didn't have time to record a lot, and I want to make sure I record enough so I can release videos daily. So, yeah, overall, I think it was definitely fun, but there are some really big problems in the game. Though, again, it could just be problems of emulation. I don't really know for sure. Like I said, I don't have any solid evidence. But I was glad that I was able to play this for my roommate, and he actually really enjoyed it. He told me later on that he actually really enjoyed the series from what I noticed and from what I've known. And sorry, I'm getting memories of him again. Luckily, he didn't move far away. Some people will be like, oh my gosh, where did he move? Did he move far? He didn't move far. Don't worry. It's just, we've been so busy with our schedules, it just feels like that we kind of moved far away. But definitely not that being of a case. That's not the case. It's just definitely, it just feels weird. Like just being alone all in your house. Like, yeah, being alone is cool, but I don't know. I guess I do feel better with people, I guess, and kind of adding to the years of a year ago, maybe another year ago, kind of adding that. Yeah, that's not great, but overall I feel like I enjoyed Mario 64 for the experience of my roommate, because he played this when he was a kid and I never played it. And so this was the first time that I played the DS version. Like I said, I don't want to play a Let's Play that I'm not fully familiar with. If it's a Let's Play that I just don't know nothing about, or how the pacing works, then that's just not a good reason for me to play it. And because I played the DS version, I know what it was capable of. It's definitely different than this version where, it's just Mario. In the DS version, it has other characters like Yoshi, Wario, and Luigi. So it's definitely different. And so it was good to have, I guess you could say it was also kind of a hybrid in some way. Probably not as a hybrid Let's Play as Spyro was, but it was definitely good to have a good pace of like, okay, I know what to do here, I know what to do here. I did get lost a couple of times, of what stars to get, especially in that bonus video, but overall, I was just glad that I was able to be done, but I still stand by that the wing cap sucks donkey butt. I don't care what all of you say. I don't care what you say, and I don't care if you say like, oh, this game is still good. I stand by and say I totally disagree. And you might say, but you played the emulated version. I don't care. It was a bad experience. Moving on. Another thing I want to announce is I've said last year that I did a video called Unpopular Demand, where I play a game that I don't like. Well, a game that I don't like, but what everyone else likes. And basically, the first video that we played was Minecraft, along with my guide. Did I say guy? I don't know. I don't know what I say. Man, I'm really stumbling all over the place and slurring my words, and now I burped. Wow, this recording is not really going as well as I thought. Anyways, Minecraft was guided by a good friend of mine, Nick. And we have said that if it gets to 50 likes, we would be able to play again. The requirement has been met, but it was just hard to find, like, it was like, I think the requirement was met in about like maybe a couple months or so after that video was released. The problem is that according to our schedules, it was just hard to find a tough time to meet up. And kind of weird because I didn't want to play Minecraft anymore, but I kind of wanted to get this done. People might think like, oh man, Chris just probably didn't want to play this anymore. But in actuality, I actually wanted to try to get this. I actually wanted to do another episode. Kind of ironic, isn't it? Like, The guy who hates Minecraft wanted to do another episode of another playthrough of Minecraft. It was just a tough time trying to get our schedules together because we couldn't find a good time to record. So that's why we never had a chance to do it. I am happy to say that we were able to record another episode of it, and it's going to be on the channel probably within either the middle of July or the end of July. And then I will be able to show you other side projects because I have another side project coming up that I'm excited to show off. And then looking towards the future, my next Let's Play. And it's really hard to believe that I'm still Let's Playing for 3 years. There have been times where I almost kind of felt like, do I even want to keep Let's Playing? Because, streaming is now a thing. Face cam's a thing. It just feels like Let's Plays these days are not, popular anymore. It's kind of old school these days, and I don't know. With the way that technology and life changes, I know people will say, oh, Let's Plays, they're not going to give you views, why would anyone watch them? I think I realized, yeah, I'm probably not going to get a lot of views as much as I want, especially since I started pretty late, to be honest, and when streaming was still a thing. But I realized I kind of like doing it this way. I like recording, and I like editing, and I like I feel like with this style I am able to do a lot more informative Let's Plays rather than I feel like that's a lot better than doing like a live stream of an informative Let's Play. Who knows? Maybe I might do it, but honestly, even if I did streaming, I don't think I have the equipment capable of doing that. But I want to say thank you so much. I also forgot to mention I got 100 of subscribers on my channel just recently. So hi, welcome to my channel. I make Let's Plays and informative stuff and blind stuff and sometimes screaming like an idiot or other things that make me scream. I'm pretty loud, but yeah, as you can see, as you heard from that intro. But yeah, looking forward, I think I am still excited to still Let's Play, and I want to say thank you for supporting me. And also, I want to give a big thank you to my parents. As you know, I think that was the reason you subscribed to this channel. I did I did videos of where my parents guessed the full roster of the Smash characters. I did one for Mother's Day and one for Father's Day, and hard to believe those gotten a lot of views. Like I remember, like my Father's Day one just like was like 200 views, and then all of a sudden just shot up to 700 and something views like in like a couple hours or a day or so. It was just great, and it was just, again, thank you to my parents for supporting me and also trying to hop on this. And also I want to thank, of course, like I said, Nick for helping me with Unpopular Demand. And also I want to thank a great support, Pastel Sakura on Twitter, for not only helping me out with Mario 64. She was helping me with some Mario 64 tidbits and some behind the scenes content of like what the characters are, and a lot of miscellaneous stuff, and also just being a good support of the series. Ever since she saw my videos, she wanted to help and also give me some good support, and I appreciate it. Oh, and also thank you to her for making this awesome artwork of me holding the Bidoof. I will cherish it forever. Okay, in all seriousness, she makes some really good artwork. So if you haven't followed her, go ahead, follow her. Go to her Twitter right now. Go to her Twitter right now and follow her if you want to see more artwork like this, because she just makes some really good stuff. Just go do it. She's really a good artist, so I would appreciate it if you give her a follow. Another person I want to thank is a great musician that I had the pleasure of using the music in my Mario 64 is Soralot. And let me tell you something. He makes some really good stuff. I was able to come in contact with him and tell him that I appreciate him letting me use his music, because he makes some really good stuff. And if you haven't seen any of his music, go check out his channel. Like, dude, I kid you not. Like, as a musician myself, I've always, with this Let's Play channel, I've always had tough finding inspiration to make music these days, because I am a producer and I make music on my own time. And this guy just makes some really good stuff. So, heck, the song that you're listening to right now, it's from him. Do you hear this? This is some really good stuff. Go check out his channel. He's really good. And also follow him on Twitter too, @Soralot. He's just really good. I just appreciate this dude. And I had a really fun conversation with him. He's very respectable, a really good dude. Go check him out. And also thank you guys for watching. I'm glad to have this full support of people who still believe in me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time for, again, another episode of Unpopular Demand, as well as some, another side project that I'm doing, and also my main Let's Play. I don't know when that's going to be up, but I have been working on it, so I can't wait to show you what I've been cooking up. So, I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to touch the Bidoof. And not in that way. I see you guys thinking that way. It's not that way. Bidoof's too perfect for that. Hug a Bidoof. Hug it. Treasure it. Okay, now I'm getting a little obsessive, but whatever. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.